Hey traders, welcome back. Shane from GMT Futures and FX. Going to take you through a T1 sell setup. Now this is part of the trading day on the 22nd of May 2014. Now remember that we've already taken a winning trade here on this day. We had a first up winner on a T1 buy, nice trade. But now we're looking for our T1 sell. Now as I mentioned before, we can actually have a buy and sell setup occur at the same time on this strategy. So this is exactly when this has happened. So you can see we're in our T1 buy here from our previous video, and what's happened here is we've potentially got a T1 sell because we've got a minimum move between support and resistance of $150, so it's $270 there, and we can see that we get our buy set up, our trend buy set up. So that's the first step of getting a potential trade. So we need to see a cyan candle print and break our resistance. So that's happened here. We've got our dynamic resistance, we have our cyan candle print. So once that sets up, we need to make sure that it doesn't trade or move more than $100 above this resistance line, and it doesn't do that initially because you can see there's the initial trade setup, and then once we get that initial trade set up and we get a close back below, that's our trigger to potentially get a trade set up. So there's our initial trend cyan buy, and as soon as price closes back below that candle, which happens on the very next bar, we are in a sell setup. So basically that's confirming a trade sell setup. So that's a T1 sell there, so we're in the trade. Now the issue here is that obviously price finds a bit of support here and then trades back through. So when we set up a T1 sell, we're actually running a T1 sell from our entry point here, which is, and we'll just mark this up on our chart. There's our entry, close there at 12.9960. So that's our entry point. And our stop, typically on any trade that sets up, is either going to be a fixed stop or a couple of points just above that previous high. So that previous high is there, it's there, and it's 60 points away or $60 away. So we'd probably move that up a couple of ticks above that. So we may, so just sitting there. So that gives us an open risk basically of $70. So we'll just mark that up. So our risk on the trade is $70. Now as soon as price breaks back up and knocks us out of that stop, which it does here on this candle there, we're basically taken out. We've taken a loss of $70. Now remember that we already have $520 of profit from the day. That obviously we already have profit on this this open long trade that we're in. So traders, while we take a loser on the T1 sell, we know that we've got open profit on the long trade that we're in, the T1 buy. Now remember that we can't take this trade here unless we've got our MACD Bollinger Band red dots in favour, and we do have that, so that's okay. So we've got our MACD Bollinger Band dots aligning and letting us get into the trade, so that's confirmed. We get into the trade, as I mentioned before, we get some support, price breaks back up, knocks us out of the trade. So our initial risk of $70 is materialized, and we get a loss there of $70. And then we're looking for obviously our next setup. So we scroll forward and we're going to take you through our next setup, which is a T2 buy setup. So trade number 2 is negative $70. So because we've got such a good reward to risk on this strategy, we basically are sitting in a really good position because we've had 2 trades. And while we've had a losing trade, plenty of opportunity still for the day. We're sitting at around about 8:20 now, so we've still got plenty of time, and 7 till 10. So we're looking to trade this all the way out to about 10 o'clock. T2 buy setup next. Thanks for joining us today, traders. If you'd like to become part of our team in 2014, all you need to do is contact either myself or Luke at info@gmtfutures.com, and we can get you started pretty much straight away. So if you've always wanted to become a professional trader and you want to start using a high performance automated system, then definitely send us an email, info@gmtfutures.com or shane@gmtfutures.com, or you can either give us a call at 617-336-00875 and we can get you started straight away. So any questions, feel free to send them through. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I look forward to catching you on the next update. Cheers.